Hey! So to start today's episode off, we have a bit of terraforming to do, which is not something that I do a lot, but it's not really terraforming, it's more just destruction, and we're TNT broke, so that's not really going to come in too much handy. I do have a flint and steel. But either way, we have big plans for today. Hopefully this will be a long episode because we have so much to do today. We are going to be destroying a portion of this mountain, which took forever to do in the creative world until I downloaded a mod that helps me do that stuff. So hopefully this goes well. Hopefully I can do it right. Let's see. So that took a solid hour or two. I don't really have a concept of time when I'm doing these things, so, it just took a while. But we've essentially gotten the mountain sort of to where we want it. There's a few floating blocks around. I want to take those out, for sure. Those are unrelated to the build, but they're just flying and they're ugly. I've had similar thoughts with those, but I think something could be done with those eventually, so I'll leave those there for now. But those need taken out. And we're going to start building our exterior to our iron farm. Because we need an iron farm so bad. Sit back and relax and enjoy this. So our iron farm is finished. I am so very proud of this. I've been wanting to do sort of like a big bull statue for a while. This is based off of a statue in Dark Souls 2 in a place called Iron Keep. And I've wanted to make something like it for a while. It's just a big minotaur, and it's, I don't know, it just really ties this area together, because I wanted to do something with that area up there, because I was like, oh, that's too big of a landmark to not do anything with, this big mountain. So I think that this works well. The connecting bridge needs a little bit of work. I have a mod called Axiom, which is a great helper for building things in creative mode, but it also lets you do things that you can't normally do. So these amethyst clusters were originally like on top of walls, which you can't do in survival mode, I guess. I just found that out. So this bridge definitely needs some work, but I think it's fine for now. It serves its purpose. And then we go in here to this cave, which is kind of like a bit of a temple, I guess, but like really, really run down. I seem to crutch a lot on run down things, but I think that's okay. And it's very dark in here. However, it's all slabbed. And we have also gone around on the outside and, like, I don't know if you can see it, but in a radius around the villagers up there, there's a ton of, like, slabs and, like, path blocks so that the iron golems can't spawn anywhere but where they're supposed to. And it's working pretty well because it's in the spawn chunks. It's even working now. I installed a free cam mod so I could show it to you. Pretty simple iron farm, all things considered. But we've needed one for a while. So I'm glad that we finally have something that works, because I've been trying to build an iron farm for a while now. I just couldn't find a design that I liked. A design for, like, the outside, I should say. I use the same iron farm, like, every single time I play Minecraft. I just couldn't find a design that I liked for, like, the exterior. And again, no farms unless they have a build to go with them. So, I think this works well. Sort of the fire bull minotaur statue. He's got, like, fire in his hands. I don't know. I think he would have worked better on a bigger scale, but that's just not quite my skill level at the time. I might redo him when I have a better skill level with stuff like that, but for now, I think that this works great, and I'm honestly really, really proud of this. Now, we are on a mission. A mission to fix a problem that I didn't want to fix. The build over yonder. But we need to find a nether fortress, because we're kind of lacking in the brewing front. The way that I used to play Minecraft, and the way that I've always played Minecraft, is if you want to do XP, if you want to get XP, if you want to do, like, good enchanting, you gotta rush the end and get a good Enderman farm going, because that's just the way you got XP. Now we have potions of infesting, and they are the new sort of meta, I guess, for XP. And I think that we would do good to get something along those lines, because if I'm not gonna get, like, completely tricked out that, oh, this is really close to our portal. If we're not going to get tricked out immediately, we need to sort of be bringing our A game. Now to get in, I should have brought a bow with me. So what we can do is set up something with that, and then I've seen a couple armadillos around where we gather our terracotta, so I'll just have to go over there. That's also pretty close to where we got the villagers for our iron farm. I'll have to go over there and grab a few armadillos, and then you pretty much just splash them with the infesting potion and make them die like a ton. Not die, but you know what I'm saying. Make them suffer a little bit, and then you can get the XP from the silverfish, because they will take that damage. Also made the decision, if we can kill the wither, if we just so happen to get the skulls, we should get a beacon. Clearing that mountain by hand was kind of a nightmare, to be honest with you. So I don't think we're going to sit here and farm out stuff for a beacon, but I do think it would be good to keep in mind, especially now that we have our iron farm and we can actually turn a beacon on. Really, we're looking for blaze rods and netherwort so we can get brewing. I probably won't have a full-on build just to house a brewing stand. So what we'll probably do is set it in the basement. This wouldn't be a bad spot for a blaze farm either. I mean, I think we should look around still, because we might find the holy grail of double blaze spawner. But how many blaze rods do you really need? Still gonna hold off on the end, I think, because I want to make our world walkable. I think going to the end would completely undermine that, because we would immediately get an elytra. So we're gonna still hold off on the end. They really don't tell you how dark it is in here with lower brightness, but isn't everything, I guess? We've got our brewing stand in place. Nice little spot for it. Our netherwort, farmable. A little bit of water. And now, I've never made this potion before, so I'm really interested to see sort of how it's done. I think it's a piece of cobblestone. I'm not sure about that, though, because that seems a little too easy for that. We'll see. No, I am wrong. Is it perhaps a piece of stone? I don't want to look it up, but if this doesn't work, I don't know what it is. It is a piece of stone. So we've got that brewing up. Should not be hard to maintain. I have so much stone. Well, I don't have a lot. I have like less than a stack of stone, so maybe I'm exaggerating, but oh no, I have more. We just have a mess right now. We are kind of in need of a storage solution. I don't know why I'm in there. I'm looking for gunpowder. But I think this should do it. Nice. So I've managed to get a functional version of this XP farm working. I did something smart this time and did farm making, then the build on top of it, rather than what I've done previously and done build and then farm. It was pretty easy. I'm going to free cam here and go down here. We've got these armadillos constantly taking damage, and I have a data pack where if I name a name tag, silence me, it will make them not make noise. Same thing with the zombie down here. And the redstone is messy because it's easy. So I just click this button, which comes down here and activates this dispenser, which shoots a potion of infestation onto the armadillos, and they are taking constant damage. There's 8 in there, I think. But they take constant damage, and so they come over here, and they see, oh my goodness, there's stone right here, and it's not a flawless system. Sometimes they don't see it. And I don't really know how to fix that in this small of a space. But anyway, so they see the stone, they come up here, they get transported up here and into this, and the grindstone is small enough where they can't get out, but I can hit them, which is nice. And then this barrel over here is for the infestation potions. If I put them there, they will end up in the hopper. So I will demo it for you. We also lost our good pickaxe while gathering the materials for the build. Unfortunately, we lost like everything, but we got stuff and we have the means to replace some of it, except for the mending book. I can't really get that back at the moment, but that's okay. We will find more somewhere. But this works pretty well. Also have a data pack that adds in mob heads, which is cool, but really annoying for this. So I might look into ways to remove that. But essentially what this does is just, they come out, they pop up here, you kill them, you get a ton of XP, and apparently this beats even like the Enderman farms and such, which is crazy to me because that's what I've always used. But this is nice because it's really nice, really efficient, and I don't have to go to the end for this. Which is kind of what makes me rush through the game most of the time, is I want good enchantments to do stuff. And I can't get them because I have to go to the end. But with this, we can completely skip over the end, for now at least, and not have to rely on like a cruddy zombie farm or something like that to get all our XP. It's very nice. But we're going to build something around it. I have a build already made up, and this is a design that I had for another farm that I didn't end up making. The build is, that is. So we are going to get going with that. Alright, I just realized none of my game audio has been recording in any of the clips I've filmed for this episode, except for the camera clips. I don't know what that means, but you probably understand, maybe. What is going on here? Where did this come from? Anyway, so now I got the audio issue fixed. Forgive that for the rest of... Forgive that for most of the episode. I might re-record some clips. But anyway, we have our XP farm done. I am a big fan of this design. I worked on it for a wolf farm a while back, and the wolf farm was just too complicated and used up way too many resources just to serve the function of being under here. And I wanted to repurpose this. So, still works great. All the stuff's still down there. You can kind of see through, see all the redstone and stuff like that. I could cover that up, but I'm not going to. And you come up here, you edit the sign, I guess, and we have easier access up to our nether portal now. Rather than having to like parkour on those trees down there, we can just scale this structure. So, I'm glad that I noticed the audio recording issue when I did, but I wish I had before I started filming this. But that's okay. We'll put some music on or something. This is a design I just am really a big fan of. The only thing I'm not a fan of is the first time I made this out of acacia, and I asked the council if they liked it, and they said mangrove would be better. And I groaned because this stuff is very annoying to collect, and there's so much of it. Trapdoors, shelves, logs for the whole thing. But that's okay, because I did it, and now I don't have to collect mangrove wood until another build I have planned in the future that will require a lot of mangrove wood. Anyway, let's get on to some other things. I don't know how much of this I've shown on camera, but this was our spruce tree farming area where I just had a ton of them planted. But I wanted to do something over here with this area because why not, I guess? And we need more wheat. Right now our only source of wheat is this little farm right here. But again, I don't want to make just a big wheat field without a build to go with it. So I've designed sort of a windmill to go with a wheat field, and I terraformed this area, and I really am proud of this windmill as well. Our bull doesn't look great from over here, because to be honest, his back, I didn't put a whole lot of effort into it. Yeah, this windmill I'm really excited to build. I have a block choice for the sails that I haven't really seen before, but that I think works really well. I'm really excited to show you guys. So, Alright, the windmill is finished. And so is the bull. And so is the XP farm. I had a lot of fun making this episode. I hope you guys had as much fun watching it. We got a lot done today. A lot of infrastructure in place. Still no interiors on like anything, but infrastructure. We have wheat to feed our cows and make mud bricks if we want to. We have an iron farm, finally. We have a way to get XP and therefore get enchantments. We are rolling in it. Straight up. And if we ever get the power to make a beacon, we have a lot of iron now. So, that's wonderful. And it's producing a lot, 'cause it's in our spawn chunks. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I really had a good time making it. If you liked the song that played over the windmill montage, go check out CountDooDoo. He's a friend of mine, a wonderful lad who makes good music. Anyway, his stuff will be in the description. Anyways, bye.